Hi, my name is Sophia, and I'm here with a week 5 update. So, this is technically like a week 4 and week 5 update because I didn't update last week. What happened was I was on vacation and the upload speed was just like really slow. So, week 3 never got uploaded until I got back. And then, so I uploaded that, but I was still keeping track of everything. It was a little bit harder because I didn't have access to just like running water easily. So I had like a lot of bottles of water. So in that way, I was able to keep up with my drinking habits. I was probably drinking about, so my goal was like the 4 bottles a day. And so I was probably doing about 2 to 3 for week 4. Um, and so this week, it's kind of been like trying to get back into it. And so for most of the week, I've been doing about 2 bottles. And then there was one day when I had 4, and I definitely felt a difference. While I was on vacation, it was really a lot easier to keep up with my healthy eating habits. I did, have some burgers and some like other foods outside of like my plan to be predominantly vegetables. But what I did do was every meal there was like salad, vegetables, and my breakfast meals were always really healthy. So they were just like light vegetables. There were some days I had like quinoa and salmon. So it was really good. And actually, I felt really proud of myself because a lot of times when I'm on vacation, I might like overindulge and then not feel so good about like my body and myself. And another thing was that I was away from home for 7 days. And so my goal was that I would be active 3 of those 7 days. I did too, but I did a lot of walking the other days. Some days I had over like 10,000 steps. So I was really happy about that. Um, so this is the end of week 5. My plan is to start, since I'm back home, I'm back at work. I was having a really hard time this week because my first day back at work, one of my coworkers had some fried chicken and it smelled really good. And so I've been like craving that like this whole week. I've been sticking to my like predominantly vegetable, I've had mostly probably all vegetarian meals and some were even vegan. But so I've been sticking with that the whole week, even though it's been like maybe like emotionally hard because it's like, even I just went to the grocery store, I picked up all my vegetables, my fruit. I like in that little fruit tray because I can just kind of like eat fruit when I want it and I don't have to like chop it up or pick it. Like sometimes if you buy the whole fruit, I like doing like the mixed fruit where it's already chopped up. So that kind of like helps me, makes it easy. I can just go grab some fruit, especially like if I'm craving something sweet. Like today, I really wanted Dairy Queen, but I didn't stop there, even though it's, I could have, but I didn't. I just stayed at the grocery store and got my fruit. So that's kind of like my go-to whenever those cravings are coming up. So right now I'm feeling kind of like in the middle, not like high energy, low energy, just like I'm okay. And I actually lost 2 pounds. So sometimes when I go on vacation, I gain weight. And so this time I didn't. I haven't really been tracking my weight because I really just want to focus on building habits. But something just said like, oh, just check it. So I haven't taken it in a while, but since the last time I took it, it says I went down 2 pounds. So I don't know if I like gained weight on vacation and then lost it when I got back, or if I just, have been doing okay since then. I'm really just trying to focus more on like how I feel, my mind, my body, things like that. So that's kind of like where I'm at this week. I'm still seeing like the difference of me drinking more water just in like how my body's functioning, and even with like my skin not being as oily. I did have like a day on vacation where my skin was really oily, and then it kind of just prompted me to say like, hey, like be more mindful about what you're eating and what you're drinking. So that's kind of like where I am right now at the end of week 5, going into week 6. I really just want to continue to be mindful about my water intake. I did start, so I have that one bottle that I was taking. One thing I started doing this week was filling up 2 bottles. And so I tell myself if I fill those up twice, each one twice, then I have my 4 bottles. And so that's been working some days. But for the most part, out of the 7 days of this week, I have only met the 4 bottles once. Everything else was 2 or 3. And so before I left, so during that like week 3, one thing I had started doing, which I talked about in the last video, was I started tracking, like writing it down or coloring. I had a piece of paper, I was coloring it in, and that seemed really motivating. So maybe moving into week 6, I'll try to get back into that and see what impact it has. So I am noticing a difference now. Like, I think when I was first starting, I mentioned that like sometimes I would go the whole day without drinking any water. And so now I can't do that. Like my throat gets really dry. Like if I don't drink water by like maybe an hour after I wake up, I definitely feel it. And so I'm like feeling like my throat is like really dry. And so that's kind of like the difference that I noticed now, being 5 weeks in, is that I cannot go a full day without drinking water. I can not probably even feel like I can make it through the morning without just feeling really uncomfortable. So what I'm going to be working on today is, because I have more downtime today, is I'm going to be working on preparing some meals so I can get through the next week. I brought enough like vegetables to make meal, like pre-make meals for the next week at least. I spent $62, and so some stuff like my beans and stuff that I use for proteins, I already have that at the house, so I didn't include that. I just got like a lot of vegetables and that tray of fruit, and it came up to $62. So earlier in the week, I spent I had got some like manager specials, stuff that had to be eaten because it was gonna go bad. So I spent like less than $30, and it lasted me about 4 days. And so with this stuff, it's no manager special. So I'm hoping that it'll last me the week, even though I'm going to prepare it now. So I will see. I just didn't want to have to go to the grocery store again this week. So I tried to get enough to last me. I'll see how that goes. And I'm going to stay consistent. I'll be back next week with an update. And I'm back where I have like decent upload speed, so I'll be getting those videos uploaded. Thanks for watching.